Hi everyone, Sam here, the queen of rock and roll dogs and the host of Vegas Rock Dog Radio. And my next guest, it's only taken us 10 years to actually do this together, is my friend Laura Nativo.
Hello.
You've had many titles, one of them Fairy Dog Mother.
Fairy Dog Mother.
Fairy Dog Mother. Of course, she is a highly qualified dog trainer in positive reinforcement training. She's also an actress, a celebrity, and she has famous dogs too. Our first dog that became really famous through TV was Preston Casanova.
This guy right here.
How cute. That lion is everything. And then who came next?
And then Penelope Superfly.
That's right. She came along.
Penelope is 8.5. It's almost her birthday. We don't really know when her birthday is because she's a rescue.
Yeah.
She's from the streets of Compton.
Oh,
so she's living the life now.
Yeah, she went from rags to rock and roll. That's
exactly
what happened.
Right, Pete? Can you speak? You tell him. Tell him you like your life now. It's good, huh? Thank you very much.
Is that not adorable? And then we've got, hi there, Delilah Jane.
Hey there, Delilah.
That's her name. Delilah, you're so cute.
Why are you a good girl? Can you say hi? Speak. Woof. Give me some woofs. Give me some woofs. Speak it. Whoa. High five. Say hello to everybody at home. She'll do some more tricks later. But Delilah came into my life about 4.5. She's going to be 5 in August.
That
oh
time
my gosh.
has flown by.
Delilah, it took me a year for her to convince me to adopt her. She was my forever foster dog, and now I can't imagine life without you. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry, G.
Well, I tell you something. With well-trained dogs, you get to come to Vegas, and it's not so crazy. Some people wouldn't even come with one dog, let alone three. But they are well-trained, and they're happy when they're with you, and you know, you've taught them so many great things, like speak. That's a brilliant, like a reverse psychology, isn't it? If you've got a barking dog, teach your dog how to speak so they only do it on command.
Well, absolutely. You teach
brilliant.
them the speak cue, and then you can capture silence, which is in between all of the different speaking.
Yes.
And so then you reinforce that with an even more high value treat. So it's a really good way. And I think you're kind of half trainer / TV personality.
I like to read up. I tell you, she's one of the people I do look towards, though, when it comes to training techniques, and it can be done force-free, and I think that's the most important thing. There is no reason to harm your pets, make them super uncomfortable in order to try and get a result. And I think what you've proven once is fun, and there's lots of rewards and high value that, you know, it's fun training.
Absolutely. Well, you're teaching your dog to speak another language, and so essentially, you know, I can teach. Well, I can't teach Japanese. But if someone were to, you know, their child goes to school to learn Japanese, the parents would have to learn it. They'd have to learn whatever that language was. So with dog training, it's like we have to teach the dogs how to understand our visual and verbal cues, but we also need to learn how to read their body language. So it's a two-way street. It's all about mutual communication,
I feel
respect.
like this year, I think body language is really going to become something that people are very interested in, because I think people are missing a lot of cues, and I think once you understand body language, you can truly see what's going on. I mean, how many videos have we seen of people hugging their dog and the dog's got whale eye, like, oh, get off me, and people are like, my dog, he just loves this.
Oh my gosh, the kid and the baby viral videos of like the child's like riding the dog or like on top of the dog, and the dog's ears are back, and it's like squinty eyes, and it's yawning. And
the body language tells you it does not love it, and I think that's I'm getting more and more people reach out to me. Who do we follow for that? You know, what books can we read for this? Because I just think it's another level of communication that we're missing out on.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Jill Breitner and her app, The Dog Decoder.
Yes.
Because Jill's definitely a body language expert that I'm always referring people to her app, which is really helpful for just your everyday person who doesn't understand what body language is like.
It's called the Dog Decoder app. You'll learn so much. You'll realize, oh, I missed so many things.
Preston's drinking some water. Speaking of body language, you saw he's panting a lot. He's got a heart condition, so
and he knows how to hydrate. He knows he's in the desert, right?
Yeah.
But yes, I'm excited about that. When more and more people ask me, and I can refer them. And Jill's just brilliant, and she's answered a lot of my questions before, and I've yet to get her on the show. Which, hello, that needs to happen.
She just moved to California, though, so she's only a drive away.
Ah, I see. I like that. But yeah, I just think the more communication that you can do with your pets and understand them, if you can see what's going on here, it's just so
Delilah,
fantastic.
I have a bunch of treats off to the side. Delilah's like, Mom's ignoring me. Do you want to bring me the ball? How about you bring me the ball? Dee, go fetch. Go fetch. Bring it to me. No.
You see,
She says, I'm going for the treats.
She was thinking,
Do
she
you
was
want
like,
cookies? Hop it up. All the way. All the way. There we go. Bring it on down. You giving me snuggles?
You see how much closer you are with your pets when you've got that kind of communication, and I think that's what's really lovely about this, is that they really are connected to you in a much deeper way. You know, whether it's visually, or you can read what they're doing, or you know, they know commands. You want to come up? You want to come up, little man?
She's got Stella and Chewy's in her butt. I have dog treats in my back pocket.
Well, you've got some exciting stuff. You've done a lot of exciting stuff. You've deserved every single thing that has come your way. Because I will honestly say this, no one can ever accuse you of being lazy, ever.
Thank you.
Because you work so much. And I always feel like you're doing so much single-handedly. And I know there are people that you work with, but you do a lot of the work
Well, I have
yourself.
12 paws doing some of the work for me.
Some of the work. So one of the really exciting things that you're doing right now is with Embrace Pet Insurance.
Yes.
And, you know, pet insurance can be a little bit of a dry subject. I mean, it's not the most sexiest of subjects, but I think what you've brought to it through your videos has really made it fun and exciting and educational. So tell us about the videos.
Thank you. Well, I'm so excited. So 10 years ago, when I first, Preston started to get older, now I started researching pet insurance, and I was looking at all of the online reviews, and back then, like, there weren't as many companies, but there was one company that stood out, and Embrace had like the best reviews. There were so many people who were like talking about how they were there for their dogs. So I actually signed Preston up for a policy, like back when we were nobodies. No one knew who we were.
And probably when a lot of people weren't even buying pet insurance.
Right.
They just went.
Sorry, Delilah's now throwing the ball to my assistant.
She's the best.
So, fast forward here. Can you toss me the ball? Thank you. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys are seeing like the real Nativo families do. Delilah Jane. Readies, sets. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Here she goes.
Come on, come on. Here it is, Dee. Come on. Hop it on up. Okay, let me finish my talking point, and then I'll throw the ball for you.
Do you like that little view? Isn't that cute? That's really cute. That is so cute.
All the way. All the way. Hop it up. Very good. This is chaos. We knew this would happen, but
this is what I like.
Anyone
that knows me, and I love anything that's live, and the fact that it could possibly go wrong is okay.
Yeah, no, it won't go wrong. It's just they're not going to like stay here and stare at the cameras. But, anyways, so Embrace.
Yes.
So we signed up for a policy. Embrace. I have dog hair in my mouth.
It's a condiment.
Embrace has been there. Preston went deaf, and we took him for hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy.
I remember that.
And Embrace covered it, and it brought his hearing back.
They covered a
hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy.
That's
he
amazing.
fell off the bed because he's part blind, so he doesn't have depth perception. He shattered his left hip. He needed emergency FHO surgery. And Embrace covered not only the surgery, the aquatic therapy, the cold laser therapy, the acupuncture.
I'm amazed all that was covered.
Being able to pick all of our own doctors. So we're such fans of the company and the brand, and from our personal experience, the way that they've treated us, that we decided to team up with them for this really cool training series. We call it Safety First, because Embrace knows that a well-trained dog is a safe dog. And so that's why we're, partially here in Vegas, is to talk about some of these videos.
It's so exciting. It's really fun. I think people videos. How many have you done in this series?
So we've started out with 7. We've got an intro to positive reinforcement training. We start out with some of the basics like sit and recall and leave it, loose leash walking. But then we actually get into body language, talking about dog introductions.
Great.
And then I have to say it's my favorite video. It's very timely because 4th of July is coming up. But we talk about training dogs, helping them to become desensitized to fireworks and any type of scary, frightening sound like thunder, ambulances, planes taking off.
It is a big concern. People are already talking about it right now. Oh my gosh, July the 4th is rolling around. Jim and I, we don't go to anything. We don't take our dogs to them because they're frightened of fireworks. But we do. We choose to stay home. We choose to stay home.
If she squeaks the ball too much, we can take it away.
No, it's fine.
She just will sit by herself and squeak a tennis ball like it's the greatest thing in the world.
She's so happy. She doesn't care. I got my ball. Well, here's the thing. I think there are a lot of myths out there about how you handle pets and fireworks. One of them that I see a lot, which is, just stick them outside in the patio and they'll soon get used to it. Well, I'm not sure that if someone's frightened of a roller coaster, going on a roller coaster over and over again, you really get used to it, and that fear goes away. So I see that a lot. I think it's a horrible thing to do. So give us some tips of what people can do on any night where you know there's going to be fireworks or loud noises.
Well, thank you. To your point, you can either sensitize a dog to a sound or desensitize the dog. So if you absolutely hate, you know, your rock and roll Vegas rock dog, if you hated rock and roll and somebody played it louder and louder and louder every night and locked you in a room with it, you would be so annoyed and frustrated, and you don't know what physiological response you would have.
Right. Yeah.
At the same time, if someone played some rock and roll at like a low level, and then they gave you like $100 bill, maybe some like chocolate, a glass of wine, and they made it louder and louder over the course of time,
as you would become
desensitized.
Yes.
So the whole idea with fireworks desensitization or any type of noise phobia is we want to introduce dogs to these sounds at the most light, soft level. We want to associate it with treats, with toys. We've got some props that we can show and kind of demonstrate. And you do this as a very slow and gentle process. So 4th of July is 1 week away.
It's
we
like
all
get
still
cracking
have
on
time.
it. Yes, get on it now, because you can't deal with it on the day. You've got to, and I know a lot of people just don't have patience, but it would be so worth it to do that. Worry about your dog, but that's a great analogy. I am all up for the $100 bill
and
wine
and
the
cheese.
chocolates.
Exactly.
I'm all about that, but it doesn't make it makes it more palatable. And like you say, you gradually introduce it.
And that's what you want to do with your dogs. Is you want to think about, okay, like Delilah, can I show you a couple quick training things?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
so I'm going to demonstrate with Delilah. I'm going to give you the king,
little
the little Lion King, and
so
I'll be right back.
He's so cute.
Let me go and get some stuff over here. Okay, so I don't know if these poppets are going to work.
Here's the best lion.
Here goes. All right, Delilah Jane. Now's when you're going to actually see this dog work. She's like, oh my God, it's finally my time.
She's so
Oh, is it?
Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. All right. So I know we're not going to start with those. So I like to clicker train. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with like something silly, like I've got this little clapper. So what I'm going to do with the clapper is actually, do you mind being my assistant? Actually, here, you do it. Okay, so if you can just give me some claps. Yes! So I'm going to click and then stop it and then go again. Yes! Oh my goodness! So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to, what I want you to do is set that down. You're going to make like the loudest, scariest sound out of your mouth and watch what happens with the dogs. You're going to notice, hopefully, Penelope, come up here, because Penelope is a little bit more sensitive, so you'll see with her. Help it up.
Does that mean to get to shout?
These dogs are like, what's going on? And Preston's deaf, so you're not going to hurt him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I got my clicker. I've got some really delicious, some freeze-dried raw, high-value treats. And wait till Penelope is watching me. Okay, the dogs are not expecting what you're about to do.
She's training me as well right now.
You are the cutest puppy. Okay, so I'm going to give you just a 3, 2, 1, and then you can go when you're ready.
Okay.
I'm going to just pretend like I'm ignoring you, and I will click and treat these guys.
So you want to do me a countdown?
I'm not going to. You surprise me.
Just do it.
Ah! Yes! Very good. Very good. Good job.
Amazing.
And so now, let's see. We have these poppets. Now, full disclosure, these are not something I would throw around an untrained dog. If you were going to use something like this, I would make sure that you had an X-Pen, some type of like baby gate barrier. Can we throw these in the studio?
Yeah, we can have a go, yeah.
I don't know if they're poppets, and they are the closest I could come to like creating a fireworks sound, and I'm not sure if they're gonna pop.
Because we're on carpet, but we'll see.
Is there anything that...
Oh, is there something harder that we can throw it
can you give
onto?
me a hard surface that I can... Not your head.
John's head.
Not your head. Penelope, come here. Come here, hop it up. Let's see, we're gonna get some
So
props.
like Laura said, you know, if you're going to use something
how
like
about
this,
that mirror?
and that you're trained, you're well trained, and you're going to
Okay,
barrier.
so if you can just place that mirror down, see, we're gonna improv. Kind of what dog training is all about. Is like we're gonna figure out what tool can we use.
I don't have my say.
No, that's perfect. Uh-oh, you just got a bump. Delilah's like, what is this?
Oh,
Do you hop it on up?
Let's
hop
see.
it on up. So watch. You're gonna notice that my prediction is Delilah's gonna be like, oh, what's that? Penelope's probably, you'll see her ears go back, and I'm gonna explain why afterwards. What's that? Yes, very good. Everybody recovers. Good job. So these dogs, because I've done so much desensitization, they're not freaking out. Your average dog, hop it up, would probably be somewhat frightened.
Yes.
But this isn't as loud as fireworks.
No, it's not.
It's not as smelly. You have to think about with what happens during the 4th of July is these fireworks going off. Not only is it these really loud sounds, but the dogs can feel the vibration of the booms and the thunder. They smell the
smell
smoke.
association.
There's so many different triggering the dog's fight or flight mode. So what we want to do is find different ways we can desensitize them before the 4th of July. You didn't really notice, but Penelope is a little bit more sound sensitive, and the difference is I adopted Penelope at 6 months when she was after her fear period. Dogs go through 2 different critical developmental periods where their brain is forming associations to different sounds, sights, smells. So Delilah I rescued at 7 weeks, and I kind of really did her from the very beginning. Can you bring it on? No kisses. Give me snuggles. Thank you.
Oh, gosh.
Whereas Penelope I rescued later, but I mean, you see that she's here, she's recovered, she's fine. So it just goes to show it doesn't matter how you can train a dog any age.
Can't you?
Right?
Oh my gosh. Can I train Jim to do that?
Maybe.
To snuggle on my lap?
Oh yeah, well I think if you had maybe chocolate beer,
that
I don't know,
work.
sushi.
It might work. I just think, there are crucial times in the year where rather than go, oh gosh, we have to react now to this situation, that you're actually being proactive by training them early ahead of a fireworks display, or your neighbors setting off fireworks, where you can actually make a difference.
Absolutely.
And it's about that. It happens quickly, but like you say, they then get rewarded. The clicker training is amazing. Can you show them the clicker?
Yes, I can.
It's the smallest,
and you know what? Because Delilah
inexpensive.
really wants to work, I'll have her do a few tricks for the clicker.
Yes.
So Penelope, Delilah off. Okay. You think that's your platform? Come hop it up here.
Stage.
This is the stage. Okay, I know. Let's get a mark. So, my dogs are very familiar with this.
Yes, because they do
Do you mind if she steps on it?
They do a lot of TV.
Okay. All right.
Movies.
So, Delilah, away. Go over there. I'm going to put this down. Dee, that's your mark. Go mark. Yes. So you see she'll go and she'll work on her mark. Dee, ready? Back to your mark. Back to your mark. Yes. I don't know if you can hear the click, but what I'm doing is the precise moment, it's almost like I'm taking a photo. The exact moment that she hits what I want, I'm going to click and treat. So, very good. Very good. Nice job, Dee. And curtsy.
Oh,
Yay.
my goodness.
High five. Very good.
It's amazing. And a
done.
clicker is so inexpensive.
Oh my gosh.
The timing is what
They're
you've
like
got to
$1.
get skilled at. Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the things that Delilah's gone off to find treats. It's kind of one of the things that I love about what I did with Embrace is our very first video is an intro to positive reinforcement and clicker training. So people can learn very simply how we encourage. We can lure a dog, we can shape a dog, we can capture a behavior. So there's different methods, and all of them all of them are just about engaging with your dog, having fun, not using any force or physical manipulation.
And having this amazing connection with them. And it's so much more fun when you can really communicate with them. Look at him. I got a mouthful of hair, but it's okay. I don't mind.
Take the baby back. I want my baby back.
So,
I love you.
What have you got on the horizon? Anything else you can talk about?
I do have things I can talk about, but because I have all of you here, I just want to say, because a lot of people who have watched the fireworks desensitization video, they're like, oh my God, that's never going to work. My dog's freaking out. My dog is destroying the house. I just want to say as a disclaimer, this is something that you can start on your own, but if your dog is extremely noise phobic, please find a local positive reinforcement trainer and talk to your veterinarian, because there's medication, there are holistic supplements, and we always want to encourage people, if you're going to use any type of meds, whether it's natural or it's prescription, do it on a day where you can test it, where you're going to be home with your dog. Also, 4th of July, you said you're staying home.
Yep, we're staying
My
home.
friend Laura, who's helping with my dogs, she's from Rover. Find a pet sitter, find someone who can stay home with your dogs. Make sure they have their collar, their ID. Delilah's wearing her whistle. Dog is prepared, and we have in our video, there's all sorts of tips to make your home pet safe for the 4th of July.
I think having patience is such a big thing. Have patience when you're working with your animals, because you will get there. You will get there eventually. You know, don't expect it on the day that you're trying to do it.
People see Delilah, and she's done a bunch of movies. She's an actor, she's a model, and here you see, I'm not working with her. She's kind of crazy. That's her personality. It doesn't matter how much training you put into a dog. You have to always reinforce that good behavior. If you have a relationship with your husband Jim is over here, you guys have a beautiful marriage. I've known you for 10 years, and you treat each other with love and respect, and you say please, you say thank you. Samantha, you look beautiful today, and you want to treat your dogs the same way. When my dogs are good, I tell them that they're a good girl. Delilah's been very patient at Super Zoos, so you know what? Like, if she wants to kind of go crazy here in the studio, who cares?
Let her. She's a dog and she can have fun. I think a lot of people follow you because of how positive you are, your wonderful relationship with your pets. And you're quite inspirational to a lot of people. Like, I can do that. You know, I can follow those series of videos that they've got on Embrace. I hope it's a really long relationship with them.
Thank you so much.
I really do, because I'd love to see even more videos.
Well, we're hoping. This is, you know, we'll see how they do, but we're hoping to kind of get people started. What I love is they're all very user-friendly, so I try to make them so that kids, teenagers, like people of any age can watch them.
I really like that idea, especially for kids.
Yes.
Like, get your kids
we
involved.
Want to inspire the next generation.
Yeah, we're all doing a lot of work.
I know.
To improve the lives of animals.
Bring it to me.
As you can see, our dogs are really happy. They're well trained, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad you came to the studio today.
Hop it on up for a final shot.
This is my last interview, but I'm so happy because I'm like, oh, they made it all fabulous.
I know. Well, we've wanted to see you. Did you have fun?
So what else do you have coming up?
So I can tell you that this crazy monkey, bring it all the way up, all the way up. Tell him about your show. Tell him about it. What about it? What about it? It's something. So Delilah and they star in a movie called The Dog and Pony Show. Opposite Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid, played Penelope's dad. How cool is that? And then Mira Sorvino played Delilah's mom. And it's available on Amazon Prime right now.
You have got to watch it.
It's super cute. Kids talking animal movie. Preston. Bringing it back to Embrace and what the gift that they gave Preston. So, you know, Preston's been working for 10 years, his entire life.
That's a long time, yeah.
Laura, if you can grab the ball that way if you don't have Delilah's sound effects. So, you know, he's gone through a lot. He's had a lot of medical challenges.
He has.
And one of the things when he was 13, he lost his hearing. We brought it back. He actually went and starred in his own movie called The Puppy Swap. And it was opposite Margot Kidder, rest in peace, she just passed, but we had the most incredible time filming with her. It's a romantic comedy, and it's not finished being edited yet, but Preston had the gift of his hearing back, so he was able to like hear my cues and work on set. And so he's in soft retirement now. You know, he did some of the Embrace videos. He did a job for Neiman Marcus.
Oh, he's so
I can't afford to shop there.
He's so fancy.
But he is a model. But you know, I mean, he gets all of my dogs. They work as much as they enjoy it. And as you see with Delilah, like frolicking around the studio.
And you know what's
fun for them.
And you know when it's time.
Yeah, not pushing too much.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it's so great because you know them so incredibly well. But I would definitely encourage everybody, go to Laura's page. What is it just your name?
The best thing is to find me on Facebook at Laura Nativo or on Instagram at Laura Nativo. Nice. Our videos are if you go to embracepetiinsurance.com or you go to their YouTube channel.
Yeah, you'll see them all there.
Safety first.
Yeah. You've always got a project. He's always got a project, and I'm just so happy this finally happened. It took so long. It took so long, but I'm really thrilled. Thank you so much.
Well, I'll say at least we've stayed in touch. It's our first time on camera. But we've stayed in touch, and the pet industry is a really beautiful business, and I'm grateful to have friends like you who have been so supportive.
And I feel the same way. It's a love fest, everyone. It's a love fest. So thank you so much for watching in, and Laura Nativo coming in with her 3 fabulous dogs, and Delilah Jane is still
Delilah Jane, bring it back
Just,
up here.
Let's
bring
have
it back
family
up here
photo.
for like everybody. Look, everybody. There we go. So you can bring it on down. Thank you, Miss P. Why don't you hop up? She's so tired.
Let's get that family photo before we say goodbye.
Okay, we get everyone. Okay, hold on. Laura, do you mind holding a treat for them?
Thank you. Really well.
There we go. Delilah, wait. There you go. Oh, God, I'm a terrible baseball player. Okay.
So big thank you again to Laura Nativo and the Nativo Family Zoo.
Yay.
And definitely follow along. You'll learn so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.